everyone. Happy, Thursday. I've wanted it to be Friday all day, but it is Thursday.
I've wanted it to be Friday since Monday, so.
July 23rd, same. 2 more days left in the work week. Good morning, everyone. Lisa, Lydia with you this morning. Scott's still on vacation throughout the whole week. Of course, we're live on Facebook every weekday morning right around this time. Love it when you join us live, but it stays on your feed throughout the day, so watch it whenever it works best for you. I just was talking to you before we started this Facebook Live. It looks a little hazy outside.
Yeah, kind of that milky, hazy, fuzzy look to the sky. Just not as bright, crisp blue as we would like it to be. There's some upper level wildfire smoke. I've been keeping an eye on air quality, and down on the ground we're looking fine. So we're breathing easy. It's just the upper levels have some of that wildfire smoke up there. Otherwise, not a bad day. Temps up into the 80s today, 86 this afternoon. Slight breeze out of the south-southwest, 10 to 15 miles an hour, but just kind of enough to keep the air moving so you don't feel so still in the heat. Yeah, just
keeps the mosquitoes off you.
Good point. A little movement out there. Maybe a touch of humidity by this afternoon into this evening. We're kind of working on bringing up those dew points. So a muggy feel later on this evening. Possible. We'll save this truly hot and sticky stuff for tomorrow and into the weekend itself. A little frontal boundary moves through tomorrow. Watching out for maybe a few thunder showers in the morning in northern Minnesota, but the main activity gets going in the afternoon and the evening. Kind of given a window of about 3 to 10 p.m. Where we'll watch for some of these storms to develop up to the northwest and then move in a line down to the southeast. A broken line. So not everybody gets rain, but there's the opportunity to pick up some rain, but also some large hail. Hail looks to be the primary threat within any of those stronger storms tomorrow. A 1 to 2 inch range, so maybe up to the size of a golf ball. It's a decent chunk of ice. Gusty winds, 60, maybe 70 miles an hour, and there is an isolated low risk for a tornado or two tomorrow. I think the main threat, the main thing we should watch out for is the large hail. Warm air is in place, so it's tricky for storms to develop. We're expecting the cap, is what we call it, to erode, so there are some conditions with that thunderstorm development. We could really use a drink of water, so hopefully somebody somewhere gets at least something. And hail looks minimal, hopefully. That would be the ideal situation. We'll see how it shapes up as we go through the day tomorrow. Temps near 90 tomorrow, into the 90s on Saturday. We're forecasting triple digits on Sunday. Going the full 100.
That's wild.
Yeah. A lot of heat, a lot of humidity, so it'll feel even hotter. Thinking it feels anywhere from like 103 to 108 on Sunday afternoon. Sunday is the hottest day, by the way. We haven't seen the triple digits in Fargo or Grand Forks in 4 years. 2022 was the last time we were in the triple digits. So we've certainly felt that way with heat and humidity added in, but the actual air temperature getting into the triple digits hasn't happened since June of 2022. What else? The heat and humidity continue through the weekend, maybe a little less humidity next week, but still a lot of heat. I have us in the 90s all the way through the rest of July into the first day of August, which is now on our 10-day.
Yeah, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Right?
Yep. Wow. It's within sight. It's almost there. Fairly dry stretch. We'll pop in thunderstorm chances every once in a while. The next one and the main one being tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening.
Okay. Sounds great.
That's all.
Thank you. Okay, let's check some of your news headlines. A big story today. Today, the man who pleaded guilty to killing former Minnesota House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark and shooting State Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette will be sentenced today. New court documents say prosecutors believe Vance Belter's goal was to shift the balance of power in the Minnesota legislature. Prosecutors say he disguised himself as a police officer before carrying out the attacks on June 14th of last year. Fargo City Commissioners now have some big budget decisions to make, including whether to raise your utility bill. City staff are recommending an average monthly increase of just over $14. The mayor says the proposal reflects rising costs, and commissioners will take it up again next week. And big changes are coming to a well-known property in Moorhead. Churches United has sold the former Dorothy Day House, and the new owner plans to demolish the building. The site is expected to be redeveloped into a multifamily apartment building. And a story we have been following for you. The North Dakota Highway Patrol has now identified the driver of the semi that spilled bison remains on I-94 in Fargo. You may remember Scott and I talking about this and talking about how gross it was. Troopers say the driver actually contacted them after seeing news coverage of the incident. He says he didn't even realize the load had spilled. The investigation continues. The driver or the company, the trucking company, could still face a citation in that case. The first ever Katarina's Sunshine Ride takes place this Saturday in the Northern Valley. The event honors 6-year-old Katarina Luthane. who was killed by a drunk driver 2 years ago. The ride will raise awareness about impaired driving and support programs created in her memory. And if you're headed to downtown Grand Forks today, plan ahead. The Cruise In Forks Car Show begins this afternoon, and several streets will close around 3 o'clock. Hundreds of classic cars are expected to fill the downtown area. Today on Hot Mic with Dom Izzo, Moorhead's Jeff Miller is one of the most successful baseball coaches in the region. And this summer, he'll get a chance to run the American Legion World Series. Quite the honor. Plus, a big story, of course, for our region as well. The top golfers in the world have come to Minnesota. Dom will have a preview of this weekend's 3M Open. Of course, we talked a lot this morning on First Scoop. Tom Hoagie will be there. So Hot Mic is live from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and streaming on Inforum.com. If you want all your breaking golf news there, he'll have the very latest. Be sure to join us for the rest of our newscasts. Our next one is at 11 this morning, and then we have you covered 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And we'll be back tomorrow morning for your Friday edition of First News from 5 to 7 a.m. Have a great day, everyone.